This is Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. I like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, B'chatodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who do well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And going into the title, all right, FBI on top of every move. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor. All right. And I'm gonna play a couple two videos, all right, and hit some scriptures and then I'll close out. All right, Lord willing is straight to the point and edifying. But basically these devils are now, which we already knew that they've been watching us regardless, but now they're making it clear to you what they're doing. Okay. And we're the ones that are being called, they call us extremists. Anybody that's preaching this word, you're considered as a domestic terrorist, an extremist, conspiracy theorist. All right. And these are the people that they're constantly watching. All right. Which, let me grab this video. All right. And this basically ties back to, these little hatters. So anybody that mentions these little hatters or brings up Israel, all right, you're being watched by the FBI. Okay. So check this out. Actually, this one.
We measure and track. Number two, we monitor and disrupt. We have a whole apparatus. I have 40 analysts working full time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, monitoring extremists. We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps, video games, cryptocurrency, podcasts, short form video, Wikipedia, LLMs. We monitor these people and we share the intelligence with the FBI. You saw last month, you heard about the thing that happened at Wilshire Boulevard Temple. Our analysts investigated what happened. They said they were Koreatown for Palestine, this group of people. They weren't. We were able to ascertain they were from a group called the Turtle Island Liberation Front. Turtle Island is how left-wing activists refer to the United States. They don't call it America, they call it Turtle Island. Like the Iranians call it the Zionist entity, right? They only call it by its name. The Turtle Island Liberation Front, we gave them a whole dossier. What is Turtle Island Liberation Front? What are their ideas, their goals? Who are they? We identified the people who were in the synagogue. This was on Wednesday, December the 10th. On Monday, December the 15th, this is going to ring a bell. Kash Patel announced they cracked a terror ring where they arrested 4 people who were planning New Year's Eve bombings. Turtle Island Liberation Front. At least one of the people I know for certain was in the building at Wilshire Boulevard Temple, vandalizing it and disrupting the event. So we're monitoring left-wing radicals like the DSA and the anti-war crazies and the pro-Palestine crazies. We're monitoring right-wing extremists like white supremacists, armed militia groups. We're monitoring political Islamists and Christian nationalists, all of them. And then we train. We're the largest trainer of law enforcement in America, extremism hate. We train 20,000 officers every year.
So these devils is on a whole nother level, man. All right. They're sitting there monitoring your social media all the way to, you heard this guy, all the way down to video gaming. Like for you to be monitored as you're playing a video game is totally out this world. That's like beyond, but that's the times that we're in. All right. Because this is all going to lead up to the persecution. All right. They're going to try to, say that we have done this, we have done that. All right. And all this shit ties back to Palantir too. This is that other, it's used to gain data upon the people, which is a matter of fact, hold on, I got a video for it. All right, here it goes.
multi-million-dollar Palantir Technologies is one of the most secretive and powerful companies in Silicon Valley. It develops software that can quickly analyze massive amounts of data. It's used by government agencies, the military, and major corporations. A new book, The Philosopher in the Valley, Alex Karp, Palantir, and the Rise of the Surveillance State, gives readers a glimpse inside this controversial tech firm and its outspoken and colorful CEO. Ali Rogan spoke with the author, New York Times Magazine contributing writer Michael Steinberger.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with the most essential question. Who is Alex Karp and what is Palantir?
Alex Karp is the CEO and co-founder of Palantir, and Palantir is a technology firm that specializes in data analytics. It makes software that enables organizations to make faster, more efficient use of their own data. It's important to clear up some of the things that Palantir doesn't do. It doesn't collect data, it doesn't store data, and it doesn't sell data. It just enables organizations, and these are typically large organizations, to make better use of their own data.
Depending on who you talk to, Palantir is an amazing
you have to understand,
tool.
You have to understand that that all ties back to that RFID, all right? Because when you go into, all right, let's just go into it real quick. When you go into that RFID, right, you go into Charagma, Charax, and then Grapho, all right? Grapho tells you, give me 1 second, this is Revelations 13 and 16, and you take the word mark, all right, which goes into the root word charagma, all right, but charagma goes into Charax, and Charax goes into Grapho, all right, and Grapho, so I can grab it. Grapho goes into to write with reference to the form of letters, right? It says to write, Slag, that's not what I want. B, it says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record, you see. D says to write to one, example, by writing in a written epistle to give information, directions, all right? It says to draw up in writing or compose, you see. So this all ties back to data, you see, them able to give information, take information, you know, pinpoint your location, okay? They're able to, you know, write down, all right, things through data, all right, not to be forgotten. You see, they're able to record your every move. You see, and all these things tie back to that RFID. And once they have the RFID implanted in people, all right, that Palantir is going to even be hard, is going to be even more crucial. But right now, it's being used to gather information and data about you, all right, to be sent to, you know, their FBI, you know, to have a close watch on you, you know. Remember, man, we're in a time of just straight technology, digital technology, the Internet of Things, man. All right. So everything around you is some type of, they have some type of access. This is why they have, you know, they will call it, you know, God's eye, you know, eyes in the sky. You know, everything around you has some way of them being able to tap into that technology to watch you, whether it be through your phone, whether it be through a simple ass street light that you're passing by. You know what I'm saying? Everything is tied up to their system right now, you see? And they got a close eye on every single person that is supposedly an extremist, you know, a conspiracy theorist, someone that is involved with what they will call religion, all right? Because what we're into is not a religion, is our heritage. But they're gonna make it look like, you know, it's a crazy religion we're involved with. We're cults, you know. We're crazy people, you know, dangerous people. They're trying to tie us into being a Muslim, you know, Islam. Okay, they're trying to tie us into, you know, being these domestic terrorists. That's why they always trying to tie us into, you know, people from Iran and nonsense like that. Why? Because, you know, we have beards grown out Slovakia. Yeah, you already know. I ain't even got to explain that. It's no coincidence I'm speaking about the FBI and the FBI tapping into my shit. You know, that's how Esau is. He be getting big mad when you start exposing it, right? I had to switch my phone to a different to the other phone I got. So I'm gonna make this one quick because I already know he gonna keep playing with my live feed. All right, trying to stop the flow. Okay, but you see, this is, you know, why they're watching our every move, because it's going to be used to persecute us. Okay, let's grab this. This is real quick, Matthew. All right. Uh, hopefully they don't tap into this one real quick. But this is Matthew 5 and 10. It says, but blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. For my sake, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, so, you know, we're going to be persecuted on another level, man. All right, they have always persecuted the prophets, okay, because of the information they have always had of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man. You see, we're hated by the world for Yahweh Shai's sake, okay? And it's a beautiful thing to see, you know, these devils be pissed off, all right? Because it only just gives us more faith and boost the faith that this is the truth. This is, you know, the end. All right, because if it wasn't the truth, right, why would these people get offended? Why would they get so scared? You see, here it is. If you're a Muslim or a Christian or you know, you're into being a Catholic. All right, they could say all the nonsense they want. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see them getting knocked off of their channels. You know why? Because they're causing confusion. They're part of the confusion, so they need the confusion to stay there. But see, the moment you speak up and you speak up on the truth, all right, they have that saying in the world, people tell the truth and it hurts. So they be butthurt when they hear us speaking upon them, you see. And we're not afraid to speak against them, you see. We're not afraid for what's coming toward us, all right, because the Lord already told us these things were going to come, all right. Matter of fact, let's grab this. This is... Hold on real quick. Let me try to log back into this phone because they done smacked this phone with some bullshit. Give me 1 second, Salaki, bear with me. This is John 15. Shit was acting up. This is John 15, and let's take it from 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own, you see? So if you speak in their ways and you speak in their image, okay, and you speak in confusion to confuse the rest of the world and help these devils out, all right, see, they're going to love you. They're going to give you a pat in the back, you know, tell you good job. You see, you're not an enemy to them. You see, you're not a target. Okay. But we, all right, are contrary onto their doings, man. We're contrary onto this world. So by being contrary to this world, to their image, to their system, they look at us with a problem, you see, because we're inferior to them, you see. So it says, if you were of the world will love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I have said unto you. The servant is no greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. You see? But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. You see? So, we have to expect these things. All right. As the scriptures say, let's grab Luke. All right. 21 and take it from 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, meaning your minds, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You see? And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. You see? But there shall not an hair of your head perish, and your patience possess you your souls. You see? So at the end of the day, that's why we're not worried about it. That's why we don't have the spirit of fear in us, man. With all this shit going on, people are in total chaos. People are, their minds are in distress. But you see us, we just walking around like nothing happening. You see why? Because we have the spirit of the Lord upon us, man. The spirit of the Lord is on us to not have that spirit of fear, you see? So we don't worry. The Lord gave us a sound mind, man. So when they're constantly tapping into our live feeds, cutting us off like they just did to mine, you know what I'm saying? That just shows more that what we're speaking is killing you inside, all right? As the scriptures tell you in Hosea, all right? Let me grab that. This is Hosea 6:5, and it reads, Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. You see? So we're slaying them with the sword, okay? By us slaying them with the sword, all right, as the scriptures tell you in Hebrews, let's grab that real quick. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. See, so we cut them down to the bone marrow, you see? And then it's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the mind. So we're able to discern before it even happens what their intents are, what they're going to do to us. And this is why we prepare Yah for the battle, man. You see, because again, the servants are no greater than the master, man. So the prophets have to go through this. The people that believe have to go through this, you see. But us being able to prepare you is what pisses them off even more, you see. Even a video just like this telling you that the FBI is on top of your every move, they don't want you to know that, man, because they want to secretly do it, okay? Like it tells you in, real quick, Psalms 64, and let's take it from 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the iniquity of the workers of, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. You see, so they try to do these things in secret, okay, without us realizing, without us knowing. But because we have the word of the Lord, we know the intents of their minds already, man. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. You see, so, that's them searching out, them watching your every move. That's them accomplishing a diligent search upon our people, man. You see, and being able to try to, persecute us with nonsense that's not even true. You see, as the scriptures say, he is the accuser of our brethren. So he's going to try to accuse us, okay, day and night. All right. So let's just grab these last two precepts that I got in mind. All right. And then I'll close it out. All right. So I actually lost the one, Lord willing to come back, but I'll grab this one, right? Back to Isaiah 32, all right, where I started off. And 7, the instruments also of the churl, all right, are evil. He deviseth wicked devices, all right? When you go into the wicked devices, it's just not only technology, all right, but it's also the evil schemes that these devils have, you see? So they have evil schemes that they're constantly plotting on us. Palantir's one of them. Them having the FBI watching every single move is another one of them, you see? So they're evil. They're wicked for that, man. You see? And as a matter of fact, let's grab, this is the one precept I wanted. This is Isaiah 7 and, not Isaiah, Salakia, 7, Psalms 7 and, actually it's 37, Salakia. 37 in Psalms and verse 7. Rest in the Lord Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself. All right. Meaning what? Don't worry. Don't be panicked. Okay. Because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. You see why? Because evildoers going to be cut off, man. All right. But those that wait upon the earth, upon the Lord, is going to inherit the earth. You see, so it's only a matter of time before he gets taken out of the way. See, this is why he's going to come down on us with great wrath, because he has but a short time. You see, the days are his days are numbered. All right, his months are numbered. All right, and his time. See, months to us is months, but months to the Lord is seconds. So he only has a few seconds left before the Lord comes back. All right, and rains righteousness upon him, you see, and takes him out of the way, you see. So we cannot be in that spirit of worrying. All right, going back to 32, Isaiah 32 and 7, the instruments also of the churl are, let's see what that word instruments goes into, just to see real quick. All right, it says, article, vessel, implement, all right, apparatus, okay, implement of hunting or war. Yeah, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to haunt us. He's trying to hunt us down. Okay, we're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual battlefield right now. All right, so his job is to try to hunt us down. You see, it says implement, tool. All right, he's using all different types of tools. Okay, to basically, persecute us with, okay, vessels, boats, that's cool. Let me see. There's a root word here, which goes into to accomplish, seize, consume, determine, end. Okay, so what he's trying to do is he's trying to accomplish to end us from speaking, to end the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, so it doesn't get out there anymore. But see, as the scriptures tell you, man, there are many devices in a man's heart, but nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. You see, so no matter what you try to do, the counsel of the Lord is still going to remain. It's still going to stand. What is prophesied is still going to happen to you. You see, so you can stop the mouth of the prophets, but you're really not doing nothing, because it ain't you that's stopping the mouth of the prophets. It's the Lord that's stopping the mouth of the prophets. All right. So the Lord seen that it was that we finished our course. We did what we had to do. And now he's going to stop us. All right. From speaking. Why? Because we're not going to be a reprover to the rest of the world anyway. You see, now it just means that your judgment is here. Once you hear once you stop the prophets, Esau, you're pretty much fucked. You're done. Because once we stop talking, that means the Lord's coming to bring that justice, you see? And that's what they don't want. Okay? As much as they want to stop us from opening up the eyes of the elect and the people, all right, it actually backfires on you, because once we stop, that means the Lord is coming to bring justice upon you, man. Upon us. Okay? He's going to take you out of the way. All right? It says, be accomplished, be ended, be at an end, be finished. Okay, to be accomplished, be fulfilled. okay? They're instruments. They want to fulfill their agenda, okay? So they can feel like they have this power, right? It says to be determined, be plotted, bad sense, you see? They're plotting on us, man. All right? To waste away, be exhausted, fail, to come to an end, vanish, perish, be destroyed. All right? They wish they could be, that they could destroy us, all right? As it tells you in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, that they conspire against us. All these nations try to conspire against us. All right, that they take the name of Israel out of that they take the name of our people out of remembrance. Okay, the name of Israel out of remembrance. But see, the Lord has reserved 7,000 men. All right, that shall not bow to the knee of Baal. All right, so the Lord has a remnant. All right, that He's going to save, whether you like it or not. Okay, it says to cause to fail, exhaust, Salakia, to cause to fail or exhaust. All right, remember, what's the scripture say? That He wore out the saints. You know, He gonna still try to wear out the saints to the best of His ability. So He tries to put exhaustion on us, man. Okay, to exterminate, to destroy. You see, his instruments are made to exterminate us, man, to get us out of the way. Okay. But let me see. That's pretty much the point on that. All right. So let's just finish that up and I'll close out. Okay. So it says the instruments, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. You see, so He gonna try to lie on us when we're doing the righteous thing, when we're speaking up righteousness. You see, remember, everything here is as backwards, man. Was the light is considered as darkness? Was darkness is considered light? You know, what's sweet is considered bitter, bitter for sweet. You see, so everything is as backwards here, man. Okay, so when we're speaking right and in righteousness, all right, He is trying to destroy the poor with lying words, you know, make us look like we're crazies, like we're a menace to society, you see. But hey, these are things that you have to be prepared when you come into this truth, man. That's why you have to count the cost of what you're involved with, man. You have to be ready, all right, to pretty much die for Yahweh Shai, man. You have to be ready to go through these ups and downs, these tribulations, all right, that's going to put us in a bad, uncomfortable state, okay? But that's why the Lord has been making us uncomfortable this whole entire time. You see, over and over with these different trials and tribulations, we can't catch a break anywhere. You see, because we're going to be used to being uncomfortable. That's what's helping us grow. That's what's keeping us more and more attached to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man, till that day come. All right. So that's just something I just wanted to, talk about real quick. These devils is on top of us on every move, man. They got FBI watching us all over the place. All right. They have their Palantir, devices. All right. That is able to take data of us, watching us and transferring data back to the FBI agents, man. OK, so just stay on your toes. As the scriptures say, be circumspect, redeeming the times, because the days are evil, man. We have to watch around us at all times, watch our surroundings. That's why we have to stay prayed up. All right. So the Lord, have that protection hedge around us. As the scriptures say, the angels encampeth around those that fear the Lord, man. So the angels are always protecting us, always watching over us. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So Lord willing that you were edified. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloin and La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chat Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Your sisters continue to learn in silence, watching the true man of the Lord, throwing them prayers up. As always, a Bible ball soon. Shalom, Sister Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, unto you and you, your household. Shalom.